Out of all of the equipment for the double bass, you're gonna find strings are more discussed about than anything else. Gut, steel, nylon, silked, wrapped, unwrapped, synthetic. They come in every size and every feel and every sound, and they're endlessly argued about on the internet. But there's one string that's spoken about with such awe and reverence. It has a heavenly, magical sound and an amazing, unbelievable price tag, and it bows and pitches unlike any string you've ever heard. And you've probably seen it on the basses of people like John Patitucci and Reid and Larry Grenadier. That's right, I'm talking about the Pirastro Oliv bass string. Just Google it and you'll see countless testimonials about how amazing this string sounds on somebody's bass. After much deliberation and a bit of struggling with my Thomastik Spirocore Weich G string, I decided to take the plunge and get myself this magical Oliv G string to see what the fuss was all about. It's been on my bass for almost a week now, and I decided to take one of the tunes that I did in one of my bass solo videos from about a year ago and play the same tune. Same setup, same position, same tempo, everything the same except for that G string to make a proper comparison between the two. So, check this out. The Oliv G speaks really, really well, and it matches up great with my EAD Spirocore Weichs that are about 2 years old at this point. Especially that Spirocore D, which has a tendency to be very resonant and loud and kind of jump out. This G string holds its own against that G, and it feels like a perfect match. Oftentimes on gigs, I found myself digging in way too hard on the Weich G to try to get it to be as robust as the other strings. No need here. The Oliv G holds its own. Pirastro says it has a, quote, big tonal volume, and they are absolutely correct about that. It's a great sounding string. It also feels great against the other strings. It's a hefty, larger diameter string. It's probably as big as the D that it's next to, but it's got enough mass that you can get a good grab on it without pulling too hard, and it feels great in thumb position. The tension is also just under that Weich G, so I love the way that it blends with the rest of the set. Also, the front end of the notes is amazing. That punch, I think I saw in another video, it was mentioned the envelope of the string. The front end that you get out of this string is very reminiscent of gut. It thumps you right in the chest, and I love that. It's also a very expressive string in the left hand. The kind of articulations that I do, hammer-ons, vibrato, speak very quickly, and this string has amplified great. Because of the nature of the string, it's really a gut string underneath of a chrome steel wrap. It's got to stretch. You have to give it time to stretch out. That meant my tuning was wild the first day, got a little better the second day, a little better the day after that, but I had to constantly check and recheck. I played as much as possible. I also did 2 recording sessions and an outdoor gig, and the bass got better as the week went on. But this is the type of string that you have to worry about your tuning when you take it out of the case. It has to be retuned and checked, unlike a Spirocore, which can pretty much hold its tuning most of the time. It's a big, hefty string with a lot fewer harmonics than the string it replaced, the Spirocore G. That makes it a little less singing. There's less of a lyrical quality to the string, if that makes sense. That lack of harmonics. Everything is heavier and punchier, but it doesn't quite sing like that old G used to. I've also read that some bass players have a problem communicating very fast passages on these strings, unlike with the Spirocores. They're so heavy that you have to lighten up and be very clear about your articulation to pull off the fast stuff with this string. So that's another thing you have to think about. When I posted on social media that I was trying out this string, I got a ton of caution directed my way in regards to it. The longevity of the Oliv strings has been in question for some time now. You can't beat them up like you can with Spirocores. You have to use a softer touch. You can't even wipe them down like you do a Spirocore, or you might risk unraveling the wrap. During that recording session that I talked about, we did this bolero kind of a tune with a really exaggerated, dramatic arco bass melody, which I had to do several takes of. After doing several takes and going to wipe down my bass, I noticed that the wrap had already started coming apart right below the fingerboard where I was bowing. We're talking less than a week here. Now, the string still plays fine. I made 2 more gigs after this happened with it, but I'm not in a hurry to do any more arco on it at the moment. Now, I've heard Pirastro is really great about customer service and replacing strings that come apart early, and I have an email out, so hopefully we'll see. But I'm willing to chalk it up to experience. Maybe I shouldn't have used pops. I'm willing to chalk it up, but we'll see what happens with the next string that I get. Oliv G is a great sounding string. It changed the sound of my bass immediately after I put it on. It comes exactly as advertised. It sounds huge and it feels great to play. However, I am pretty concerned about the longevity of the string based on what people's reactions were to me and now my own experience. But it sounds so good that I'm willing to give it one more shot once I get a new string. Time will be the deciding factor here. Would I consider spending $150 a year on a G string every 12 months? Yeah, I would. It sounds that good. Now, would I consider spending the same amount of money every 3 to 6 months to replace a string that's just starting to fail on me? No way. I wish I could afford a string that expensive. What's not lost on me is that the players that I mentioned before, JP, Rufus, Grenadier, these are all endorsers. And I'm sure if they're not getting a huge discount on these expensive strings, they're getting them for free. If you've been curious about an Oliv G on your bass, I say go for it. Your hands, your bass, ultimately are going to be the deciding factor. Now, in my case, the jury is still out. But when all is said and done, I'm definitely going to know for sure if I should be playing this magical string or passing on it. Good luck. So the update is that I reached out to Pirastro and they immediately got back to me. They wanted to know what my address was. They are shipping me a brand new Oliv G string, no questions asked. So bravo, Pirastro. Many thanks to Antje for making that happen, and I'm looking forward to having a fresh string and seeing how long I can get out of it. I'm really loving it. Now this coincides with a special landmark for this channel. We're about to approach something I could never fathom before, 5,000 subscribers. That could have never happened without your support. I want to thank you all each for watching these videos, and I'm going to offer something free as a giveaway to celebrate that landmark. I'm going to give away one of these. That's right, I have an extra Oliv G, unused, and I want to give it away to one lucky viewer to celebrate hitting that 5K mark on the channel. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and leave a comment on this video. In 1 month, on August 19th, I will do a random drawing from the comments, and if you're a subscriber, you will win this beautiful, expensive Pirastro string shipped straight to your door. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe and leave a comment. Thanks for watching the video. You know what to do. You like it? Smash a thumbs up. You're not a subscriber? You like all original jazz bass centric content coming at you fast as I can make it? Hit that subscribe button. Do not miss my next video. Until next time, take care of yourself and please love your neighbor.